It's easy, why dumping on it.
Good morning. We begin with breaking news. An earthquake in Victoria. Here is what we know so far. A magnitude 6 earthquake was felt just after 9 o'clock this morning near Mansfield, which is in regional Victoria. The tremors were felt right across Melbourne and the regional parts of that state, also as far away as Canberra, Sydney, Adelaide and Tasmania. A second magnitude 4 quake was recorded about 15 minutes later, around 9:30, and there are warnings of more aftershocks to come. There is no tsunami threat at this stage, and this is the largest on-land earthquake recorded in Australia since 1997.
So, we're here to have a chat to you because we have instructions that you've been posting some things on social media. That you
got a
protest on Tuesday.
Here is an important bulletin from the Ministry of Love.
We conducted over the day 62 arrests. That's the number we're at this time. Investigations are ongoing, as I have said, and we will continue to investigate and determine what other offences people have committed, and we will seek to arrest other people and hold them to account for this disgraceful conduct. Crowds like this, they're for cowards. Cowards who seek to hide their identity and conduct other activities, do other things that if they were by themselves, they wouldn't have the courage to do.
Let me tell you something that Tesla made that involves steam, though, which is why we're talking about it today. This is the earthquake machine, or it's a reciprocating oscillator, but it's powered by steam. At about 400 psi, Tesla could create electricity from this, so he claimed. So it's got a piston in the middle, and steam would come in and act on one side of the piston, and then steam would come in and act on the other side of the piston before it exhausted the steam, and it would move up and down super fast, turn some armature that would generate electricity. Now, Tesla claims that he almost took down a building in the Flatiron district of New York City.
All buildings have a natural period, or resonance, which is a number of seconds it takes for the building to naturally vibrate back and forth. The ground also has a specific resonant frequency. Hard bedrock has higher frequencies than softer sediments. If the period of ground motion matches the natural resonance of a building, it will undergo the largest oscillations possible and suffer the greatest damage. Small buildings of 1 or 2 stories resonate naturally at much less than 1 second periods. As 1 second period will affect buildings of about 10 stories. For example, a 30-story building resonates at a period of 3 seconds, and a 50-story building resonates at a period of 5 seconds. During the 1985 Mexico City earthquake, the ground beneath the city resonated with a 2-second period for over a minute. Thus, medium-height buildings with similar natural periods suffered the most damage, while short, old, weak stone buildings and skyscrapers were relatively undamaged.
This has happened only a few minutes ago, lasted 15 to 20 seconds, but it has shaken absolutely everything, everyone's houses. I've seen people running onto the streets. We've had cars stop in the middle of the road. Reports it was felt not just in Melbourne CBD, but Geelong, Ballarat, and again, Albury, New South Wales.
We have intelligence that there may be repeat protests tomorrow. My message is really clear. Stay away. No one benefits from this type of conduct. We will be out in force again. I assure you of that. I'm not going to disclose what our tactics will be tomorrow, but they will be different. Please, I implore you, do not do this. Do not come into the city. It achieves nothing. The risk of COVID-19 spread is increased substantially. The risk to public safety is increased substantially. Please just stay home. We do not want a confrontation. People need to step back, think about what they've done, and consider in the cool, hard light of day, should I really be doing this again? And the answer is clearly no.
The United States has no closer or more reliable ally than Australia. Our nations have stood together for a long, long time.
We deployed a range of crowd control options.
We don't exactly know the magnitude yet. We are working to find that out. But what you're seeing right now is exclusive vision taken by our very own Darby Travers, who was also witnessing it, and he filmed some of it. And it's something that has really shaken quite a lot of people, because you don't expect an earthquake to happen in Melbourne, let alone Australia.
The United States and Australia are working in lockstep on the challenges that I laid out today in my speech to the United Nations. Ending COVID, addressing the climate crisis, defending democracy, shaping the rules of the road for the 21st century. Because I meant what I said, we are at an inflection point. Things are changing. We either grasp the change and deal with it, or we're going to be left behind, all of us.
Crowds like this, they're for cowards. Cowards who seek to hide their identity and conduct other activities, do other things that if they were by themselves, they wouldn't have the courage to do.
It's easy, why? Something on it.